video, we are going to learn about one important 5-mark question, that is electric field due to an electric dipole at a point on the equatorial plane. So this is the important 5-mark question in Unit 1 Electrostatics. In the previous video, we have studied electric field due to an electric dipole at a point on the axial line. Here we are going to learn about equatorial plane. So in order to find the electric field due to an electric dipole on the equatorial plane, we have to consider a point C at a distance r from the midpoint O of the dipole. So here also we have to consider the dipole. So what is the dipole? Minus Q plus Q separated by a distance 2a. Then we can say this is the dipole. In this dipole, what is the center? O is the center. So from this midpoint, we have to choose a point C and it is at a distance r from the midpoint. We understood? So in order to find the electric field at this particular point C, here we have to draw a distance r, that is from the midpoint O of the dipole. Now here we can say this is the equatorial plane. Now here we have to consider the point C, it is equidistant from plus Q and also minus Q. See here, this AC distance and BC distance are same because it is looking like an equilateral triangle, isn't it? So here from minus Q to C, well, there will be some particular distance. That distance, it will be same as that of the distance between B and C. So only it is given the point C is equidistant from plus Q and also minus Q. So since the distance is same, electric field at C due to plus Q and minus Q will also same. Because the electric field formula, we are having the distance, isn't it? So here the distance AC and BC are same. Since the distances are same, electric field will also same. So at the particular point C, here we are choosing the electric field that is due to minus Q and also the electric field due to plus Q. Both will be same because they are at equal distance. Now here we have to find the direction of E plus, it is along BC. How means? First we are going to find the electric field at this point C due to plus Q. And we know that plus Q and plus Q, it will get repel. So plus and plus it will repel, isn't it? So that it is going like this. So what about the direction of E plus? It is along BC. So here the arrow mark, it is given like this. And if you are considering E minus, here we are having negative charge. But here at this particular point we are going to electric field, no, it must be a positive charge. And the positive, always it will be attracted towards the negative. So what about the direction CA? Here it is positive charge, so positive and positive repel, so it is going outside. Here we are having negative charge. Here it is positive charge. So positive, it will be attracted towards the negative. So what about the direction? CA is the direction. So that is only given here. Direction of E plus is along BC. Direction of E minus is along CA. Now here this E plus and E minus, it can be resolved into two components. Here we are having E plus like this and E minus like this, isn't it? This particular portion, we are drawing it in a separate diagram. So in this particular portion, this E plus, it is inclined at an angle theta to the horizontal, isn't it? So this is the total field. If two vectors are like this, means the resultant will be the diagonal. We have studied in 11th standard. So here it is inclined at an angle theta. so that this theta, it can be resolved into two components. So that here we can say E plus can be written in terms of E plus sin theta and also E plus cos theta. Similarly, this E minus coming down, isn't it? So it can also be resolved into two components, that is E minus cos theta and E plus cos theta. So that cos theta and sin theta, we are saying it is one component parallel to the dipole and other perpendicular to it. Now here we can say one is the parallel component and one is the perpendicular component. Now here this E plus, here this is E plus sin theta, E plus cos theta. So for this E minus, this is E minus cos theta and this is E minus sin theta. Now see here, E plus sin theta is in upward direction, E minus sin theta is downward direction. So that both will get cancelled because one is upward and one is downward. So both will get cancelled. But see here, E plus cos theta and E minus cos theta both are acting along the same direction. So isn't it? So it will not get cancelled. So that is only given here. So one component parallel, other component perpendicular. If you are considering the perpendicular component, that is E plus sin theta and E minus sin theta are equal in magnitude, but they are oppositely directed. Why we are saying it is oppositely direction? One is in upward direction, the next one it is in downward direction. So that we can say oppositely directed, so that they will get cancel each other. So here we are having only this cos theta component, the sin theta component, it get cancelled. So here two components we are having, isn't it? That is one horizontal component is for plus, another horizontal component is for minus. Now here we have to find the magnitude of total electric field. Total electric field means it is due to the sum of only the parallel components, because perpendicular components it get cancelled, isn't it? So we are having only the parallel components. So what about the parallel components? E plus cos theta, E minus cos theta. But while we are writing the total, here we have to introduce one negative sign. Here we have to introduce one negative sign, because we know that P vector means always from minus to plus. But here it is in this particular direction, no? In this particular direction means what? Positive to negative. Positive to negative means opposite to that of P vector. P vector means negative to positive. But here we are having the resultant, it is positive to negative only, no? So see here, positive to negative. Since it is positive to negative, here we are introducing one negative sign. So negative to positive means simply P cap. So here positive to negative means minus P cap. So here also we are having minus P cap. Now we have to find the magnitude of E plus and also E minus. So we know the formula for electric field, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. So what about this R square means? Distance, that is AC, or we can say it is BC. So distance square means AC square or BC square. So E plus means we have to consider the distance BC square. E minus means AC square. So here we can write E plus equal to E minus. Why we are writing E plus equal to E minus? Because both are at equal distance, isn't it? So here we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by, according to Pythagoras theorem, we know that hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of sides of, that is squares of other two sides. So AC square is equal to A square plus R square, or we can write it as R square plus A square. So in the place of AC square, we can write it as R square plus A square. So here also we can say in the place of BC square, we can write it as R square plus A square. So anyway, we can write the formula E plus equal to E minus is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square, that is distance square, or we can say it is AC square or BC square. Now the same formula here we are writing minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q cos theta. Why we are writing 2q cos theta? That is, one is for E plus, the next one is for E minus. So q cos theta, here we are having E plus cos theta and also E minus cos theta. So we are writing it as, that is simply if you are writing, we will be writing q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square. But here we are writing 2 times no, so we can write it as minus 2q. So here we have to find the value for cos theta. So see this diagram. Here it is inclined at an angle theta. So here opposite side means E plus sin theta. Adjacent side means E plus cos theta. So for this E minus, opposite side is E minus sin theta, and here the adjacent side E minus cos theta. So here we can write AC square is equal to, this is AC square, isn't it? AC square is equal to, I told you no, R square plus A square. Now here we have to find the value for cos theta. So what is cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So here this is theta, isn't it? So here this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. So what is the adjacent side here? A is the adjacent side. So we are writing A. Hypotenuse square means R square plus A square. But here we are in need of hypotenuse only, no? So we have to write it as root of R square plus A square. So what is the value for cos theta? A by root of R square plus A square. Now we have to substitute this cos theta value in this particular equation. Have you understood? So cos theta is equal to A by root of R square plus A square. We have to substitute this value in this equation. So see here how to write minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q cos theta by R square plus A square. This root of R square plus A square, it can be written as R square plus A square the whole power 1 by 2. So how to write minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q by R square plus A square. Then in the place of cos theta, we have to write A by R square plus A square the whole power 1 by 2. Now in the numerator we are having 2qa. In the denominator we are having 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square into R square plus A square the whole power 1 by 2. We know that the mathematical formula A power m into A power n is equal to A power m plus n. So here we can write R square plus A square the whole power. Here nothing given means we can take it as 1. So here it is 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2, that is equal to 3 by 2. Now we are substituting in this place, that is R square plus A square, that is 1 plus 1 by 2, that is equal to 3 by 2. Now here we have to consider one condition, that is R is very greater than A, so that this term it can be neglected. Now the same thing, it is given 2q cos theta by p cap. Here we are substituting and we have to neglect this A square, because at a very large distance R is very greater than A. Now here we have to substitute one condition, that is 2qa means P, that is dipole moment. Dipole moment formula, that is 2qa. So in the place of 2qa we are substituting P vector. Or here P into P vector means we can write it as P vector. P into P cap means P vector. So here P vector is equal to 2qa into P cap. Now here we are writing A square the whole power 3 by 2 can be neglected, isn't it? So we are remaining what? We are having r square the whole power 3 by 2. So r square the whole power 3 by 2 means we can write it as r into 2 into 3 by 2. By using the formula a power m the whole power n is equal to a power mn. A power mn. So here we can write it as 2 and cancel. We will be getting r cube. We will be getting r cube. So here E total is equal to P into P cap means P vector, isn't it? P vector by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So E total is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P vector by r cube. So this is the expression for what means electric field at a point due to an electric dipole of an equatorial plane. So what about the equation? E total is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P vector by r cube.